Hi everybody, Lorraine Murray here from Connected Kids, the programme where we teach adults how to teach kids meditation. So this week I just wanted to talk about teaching children with additional support needs, because I had a very interesting experience when I was in Glastonbury, which is a part of the UK. I was teaching our course, and what happened was that the person I was staying with, I was staying in a little bed and breakfast. I didn't find out until the second or third day that I was there that they actually had a hearing problem. In fact, that they were totally deaf in one ear and had very limited hearing in the other. And as a child, they didn't realise this. They knew there was an issue, but it had never been diagnosed. And it wasn't until the age of 16 that she realised, because she saw other people being able to hear perfectly out of both ears, that there was an issue with her. And the way that she had survived had been to lip read. She just naturally learned to lip read at school, and she managed to get through school, which is a miracle in itself. And the thing about this lady was that she was trying to learn meditation, and because I didn't realise at the beginning when I first met her, I was giving her all these tips and ideas and telling her it takes time for people to learn and not to be so hard on herself. But then, of course, on day 3, when I learned that she had this hearing difficulty, I realised why learning meditation had been such an issue for her, because she relies on a lip reader, and most people, when they learn meditation, have their eyes closed. I know some don't, but the majority of people do. Plus, everyone in the group that she'd been in had their eyes closed, and she didn't realise that she could actually keep her eyes open. So I decided to do a little colour meditation with her. I just on the spot got her to sit down, and the thing I said to her was, I'm going to look out of the window, so I'm not looking at you directly like I normally would when I'm teaching, so that you can look at me. You can just see my lips moving, and you can just follow me and just follow the words that I'm giving you. So we did this. And it was great, it was a lovely meditation. She had a bit of relaxation and then a bit of colour, and then afterwards we spoke about it. And not only did she enjoy the meditation, but she said it was amazing to be given permission to look at someone, to read their lips, because lots of times she was trying to hide the fact that she was reading someone's lips, so that she didn't have to explain that, she had a problem with her hearing and she couldn't hear. She wanted to just be treated normally, but here she was being given permission to look at someone and to not feel self-conscious about them looking back at her as she was watching everything that they said. And so a great sense of freedom was what this lady experienced when I taught her meditation, which was amazing. And it's interesting, this whole story, because when I first started writing the second book, it was all based on a question that someone asked me, which was, how do I teach my child who's deaf meditation? And to be perfectly honest, at the time I didn't know the answer. And it prompted me to start looking at children with additional support needs and how we can adapt how we teach meditation to their needs. And so I think that the essence of this little video blog is that you may already be teaching children meditation, or meditation to anybody actually, and maybe you have a very set way that you teach, but I would invite you to put yourself in the shoes of whoever you're speaking to, whatever age, whatever ability that they have, and try to develop a way of teaching them mindfulness and meditation that they can find more accessible. So often when I'm talking to students about producing meditations for children, I ask them to always choose a subject that would be of interest to that child. So maybe based on a hobby or something, if they're into trains, for example, they could have a train meditation, or whatever it is that appeals to them. In the same way that I adapted that meditation for that lady, because I put myself in her shoes and thought, well, I'll be looking at you as I teach, and you'll be looking at me. In fact, I could have chosen to even close my eyes as I spoke. That may have been an option. It's not what I chose to do at the time, but it's just this sense of not trying to do something to somebody else, the child, but trying to put yourself in their shoes and just realise what it is that they might need at that moment in time and how you can adapt what you do. And often what I do is use my intuition a lot. And if I'm a little bit stuck with that, if I'm a little bit stuck in my head, I usually sit in my own meditation and I just sit with the intention of getting some inspiration and some ideas of how I can adapt what I currently do to the needs of those that I'm teaching. So I just felt that this was important, and I wanted to share it with you. It was so beautiful to watch this lady have this realisation, and even though I wasn't teaching a child, and this is all about teaching kids meditation, it was as if that 16-year-old, the 14-year-old, the 12-year-old, whatever age the little inner child was for her, suddenly realised that it was okay to be her. And I think she found it a very healing experience. So I hope this short video blog has given you some food for thought. It certainly gave me some food for thought when I had the opportunity to experience this. And that maybe one day you'll be able to join us in one of our courses, or read the book, or even just start to teach your children meditation in a much more heartfelt, intuitive way. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me an email at info@teachchildrenmeditation.com. Thank you for listening.